time, it went by fast. Things that haven't made no sense. Strange things and weird events. Second guess it and give it a stir. It will bring you back to her. You will make it by living your life. Some things no asking twice. My mind wanders hard on my past. So many things I just can't grasp. I feel lost, can't find my way. Looking back, I just got to say, Mr. Gumbo cooking up in my head. It's got me thinking, jumping out of my bed. Ingredients in the back of my mind, mixing up from the front to behind. I'm in the shadows, I'm trying to see the Mr. Gumbo, it's surrounding me. I'm in a place that's the oldest time. Mr. Gumbo, it's an ancient rhyme. I'm living in a Mr. Gumbo. I can't deny I go. It's got me thinking about a Mr. Gumbo. I'm caught up in the ebb and flow. Stirring up some Mr. Gumbo. Pot boiling Mr. Gumbo. Mr. Gumbo.
All right. How y'all doing, baby? It is Sunday. It is Sunday. I'm so glad y'all are here. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting, and I got to get my shit together here. I've been outside doing Christmas stuff. Just turned on the outside lights, and not all of them lit up. So you got to run outside and do some adjustments anyway. They're all on right now. Our driveway looks beautiful with lights coming down the driveway. It's pretty nice. We're trying to get the Christmas spirit around here. Anyway, Twain Twizzle was the first one to jump in the room, followed by Miss Linda. Megawet Willie's here, thank goodness. Sherry Puckett. Man, what a quilt maker. Am I still got that there? What a quilt maker. I am telling you, that is the prettiest quilt. Mama is so proud of that. Thank you so much for that, Sherry. The remixtress is with us. Thank you very much. Raylene Allen, as is Dorothy Tyndall, Mark Perkins, and Karen Van Wyck. Thank you very much. Dolores Grant is here. Martha Oliveira. John Cass was with us. BW's here. Rant and Randy. Hey. Yes, I sang happy birthday to you the other day. I forgot what it was. Happy birthday anyway, buddy. Hope your day's going well. Ann Parks is here. Bernadette Pree, always a pleasure, baby. Michael Falbister, Sue Van 50, Stephanie Dean, and Jay is there. Outstanding. The couple is together. The romance keeps blossoming, I'm telling you. Greg Talbert. Boy, howdy shit. Yes, buddy. Mama was the one that drew that attention to me. Greg's son evidently was having a peaceful day at home when a car came crashing through his house, into the house, evidently, hit the couch where his grandson was, and he got a cut on his foot, a cut on his head and stuff, but they said he surfed the couch through the living room. This guy, as I understand it, was being chased by the cops, and man, what a rude awakening that shit's got to be. Something about the guy that was being chased by the cops at a high speed. I guess he lost control or whatever he did, but he ended up in Greg Talbert's son's house. Took out part of the wall in the living room, part of the garage, and evidently it was terrible. Greg, I'm glad everybody's okay, but what a hell of awakening that's got to be. Glad to see you there, brother. Take care of yourself. Let me see who else is here. Teresa Rojas, me a big up in Chicago. How are you doing, darling? Glad to see you there. Kind of cold up there, are you? Let me see. It's 80, about 82 today, I think. I'm still in my shorts, baby. I'm still in my shorts. Jane Hanson is here. Brian Champagne, thank you for being here. Doug in Texas, see? There's more than just me in Texas, baby. We got lots of Blue Dots in Texas, I'm telling you. Adina Michael is here. Thank you very much. Gene Shanky is Raylene Allen. I think I said yes. Carmen Young Heffenstein, thank you for being here. Let me jump on down here because I'm going to not catch up. Donna Bonacosi, we was just talking about you yesterday. Me and Mama. Just talking about you. Was your ears ringing? Anyway, I hope y'all have had a great weekend. We appreciate, like I said, around the house here, we're trying to get into the festive spirit here. We've been decorating outside a little bit, make the house look a little, so Santa Claus can find us and all that good shit, So, yeah, been pretty nice. Still pretty warm though. But anyway, I'm just glad to be here. Sparky Donkey, you with us? Spark.
Yeah, John, I'm here.
How you doing?
I'm in the process of folding clothes. It's laundry day, on Sundays.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wanted to ask you, did you see that video of the Proud Boy March in Washington, D.C. yesterday?
Yes, I did. What a fine display of American cockroaches on display marching through our national mall. Isn't that disgusting? I guess the white mask, the face covering there, white mask, is that the new Klan hood? They were all wearing white masks.
On Twitter said it was.
Yeah, that must be the new Klan hood, I'm telling you. Yes, they marched right through the national capitol, the national mall out there.
No, they were the mall. They were coming down through the Lincoln Memorial, the video I saw. They were coming down the steps.
Carrying the American flag. Ain't that disgusting? That is disgusting. What more could be more un-American than being a racist asshole and carrying the American flag? I just don't get it. You're not who you think you are.
Two guys had a sign stretched out between two poles. I think it said "Reclaim America" or something like that.
Yeah, save American from the socialist Democrats who want to bring you, family leave.
Some of the guys were wearing shin guards.
Yeah, I saw that in the video. Like what? You expecting something here? Did you come prepared, buddy? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And it's a display that again, the right, the Republican Party is all they're in love with this shit. That's their people, buddy. Let me see. Let's get everybody else in the room here, Spark. Let's get David in the room.
Hello, John. Hello, Sparky.
How you doing, David?
I'm doing okay. I've been reading a little bit about Bob Dole's passing.
Indeed. Yeah, he passed away. I heard about it this morning, I understand. Yeah.
Again, kind of the same feelings I had towards him as I had towards John McCain.
Yeah.
Great deal of respect to the man for his service. Never agreed with him on anything.
No, but he did reach across the aisle and work with Democrats on occasion on some major legislation in the past. So, yeah, I agree with you, David. It's like John McCain. Don't agree with you politically, but high respect for who he was. And isn't it sad that we can't do that all across the board anymore?
Well, especially when you consider that the generation that was being able to do that is passing away or gone.
Yeah. At 98, man, he was old, but again, like you said, part of that greatest generation that stepped up to fight against fascism. The shit that was marching through our national mall yesterday through our Capitol, carrying flags.
I was reading stories about they were trying to claim that was really Antifa. It was another false flag operation. And
of course,
just I'm looking at these white supremacists going, you know what? You guys don't even know what fascism is.
No, because
you gotta go out there and scream it.
They're putting it on full display for all of us to see, and then can't figure it out. They talk about irony. Let me see. Let's get Johnny Fly in the room here with us too. Johnny Fly, are you with us?
I am sure am. How are you, sir?
I am doing just fine. How are you? Everything cooking all right up in Pennsylvania?
Well, yeah, but it's not as warm as down there in Texas. It's 45 degrees up there.
Yeah, see, don't you miss San Antonio now?
41.
Don't you?
I do.
That's right, buddy.
But I saw the other day they were having rain, and it looked a little cool, so I wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
Rain I'll take, but it looked like it was cooler weather. But I wanted to mention, we're talking about this COVID-19 and the variant and stuff.
Right.
And I'm not sure I know you're not religious and stuff. I don't consider myself to be anymore, but I do follow them because I like to know where they're standing. Because as far as I'm concerned, a lot of them are for the Republican Party. But did you ever hear of Daystar? It's a network, a TV network.
Gay Star?
It's out of Texas. Yeah, Daystar.
Oh,
It's
Dave Star.
I forget the name. Yeah, well, the president of the company. It's a Christian network, right wing. They have all
Right.
sorts of nut jobs on there.
Yeah, I
Well,
think I
it
know where you're
turned
going.
out- Yeah, well, it turned out he died from COVID.
Yes. Yes, he's the
And,
president
but
of
wait a
the
moment.
Christian Broadcasting Service. And yes, Martha Oliver, we're going to get to eating dirt here in just a second. Yes, a big anti-vaxxer. Seen him up there at the pulpit. They showed video of him up there. You be damned, Satan, COVID, get out of this house. You don't need a shot. You need Jesus. Yeah, he died of COVID.
Yeah.
You know,
So I guess religion
He
just
did.
wasn't enough. Yeah. Brian Lamb.
they're expecting their God to do something he's not supposed to do. He gave you
And they're
his life
having-
according to your own religion. You have choices in your life. You know, Eve with the apple, you know, remember that? You know, you were given
Yeah,
knowledge.
Yeah.
You know,
These
you
were the
died
same
because you were
people-
stupid.
These were the same people that raised me on God helps those that help themselves.
Yes,
Exact same
Yes.
people.
yes. Do they,
And
do
they don't even follow
practice it?
that
No,
basic advice. No.
no, because there was money to be made. This
Some
guy
of them,
had
a lot of
a
them.
50,000 member church. 50,000.
I'm not sure.
Let's just do the math here. If they're just
I'm
giving
not-
$1 per person, that's $50,000 a week. Yeah, doing the Lord's
see,
work. though.
John,
What?
my understanding, I don't know. I know he preached at different churches, but this is a Christian television network.
Yes.
It's not CBN. This CBN was over in Virginia here.
No,
But,
this is.
oh,
This is a Christian
Yeah.
broadcasting something.
yeah, it's Daystar.
Daystar.
Well, like I said, yeah, they call it Daystar.
Yeah, of course.
And you know, he was well, and just the other day, once in a while I'll turn it on to hear what they're saying.
Yeah.
And his wife Joni was sitting there, and they had guests on. Oh, the vaccine, you know, they could do this and that with it, and they can track you and all this nonsense.
Wait a minute.
Well, now he's dead. So now, but you know what he said?
What?
Oh, they're still planning on following what they believed and what he taught. Oh, you know, really?
Here's Jeff
Somebody
Curry in the
check his
comments.
bathroom walls for money.
Yeah, that's what Jeff Curry just mentioned. Kenneth Copeland says if you holler at the flu to die in your colon. Just saw a video about an hour ago, and then Susan Jarrett. Hi, Suzanne. Well, how about the 600,000 found in Olstein's wall? Now, here's a question about that money. Oh Lord, I got to catch up. Talking about. Let's come back to that money in the wall just a minute. But let me thank Catman56, my buddy Keith up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, who came in with a donation at $3 and said hi. Say hi. Say hello to the new Blue Dot member. Wait a minute. Oh shit. Wait a minute. I got to move my window because it's blocked. My blood brother, Carl Thompson. Carl, welcome aboard, brother. We appreciate you. Well, I'm sorry. Are we a Marine too? I'm just wondering, just asking. Welcome to the family, brother. We appreciate you tremendously. We think very highly of your brother. Indeed. Thank you very much, Keith. And Lady Freedom Rocks came in with a $5 donation and said, on the Sunday morning sidewalks, wishing Lord that I was on a Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing Lord that I was stoned. Because there's something in the Sunday that makes my body feel alone. Hey, yes, I know I can't sing the thing. I'll get kicked off the air over here. Lady Freedom Rocks indeed. And John Diddybag came in with a $20 donation and said, which orange came first, the fruit or the color? The fruit or the color? Which one? I'm going to go with the fruit. That's not a hard one, John. Had to come with the fruit first. But why did they call it an orange? And was it really orange? Maybe it was some other color. And they made it orange. As a matter of fact, Tyler just picked up a whole bag of them from the our favorite place to buy stuff around here like that is a Blunzer fruit stand. And no, that's not an advertising. That's just the best place around my area that you can stop and get vegetables or watermelons or cantaloupe, whatever's in season. They have it fresh right there. And Tyler went up there and bought some salsa because they make some hot salsa and for our tacos in the morning. Anyway, back to the $600,000 in the wall. Now, when that money evidently was, I don't know the circumstances of which, they said it was reported stolen, okay, years ago, and there was a $10,000 reward for anybody giving information leading to the return of the money or the people that did it or whatever. And the plumber found the money, and watch it, John. And they're debating on whether or not to give him the reward because it's so long ago. Are you shitting me? Come on, man. He didn't have to say shit. It was probably all in small bills. Well, they said there were some checks in there, but, you know, an honest man, and they're going to try to chump him off for $10,000 after finding $600,000. Are you shitting me?
That?
Yes. Yes. And let me come back because John Doebag just came back with another $10 donation and said, well, wait now. See, I can read these. Because he ponders the universe. Where does a thought go when it's forgotten? You know you had a thought, but you forgot it. Where'd it go? Probably in the Rolodex. But it got pushed out.
Disappeared.
No, it's still there. It's, you know, every once in a while when you put something in a file and there's something right there that gets pushed down at the bottom and crinkles up down there. That's where it is. It's gone.
Happens to me
but
all the
not,
time, John.
It's forgotten but not gone. Is that? I don't know. John Doebag, thank you very much, brother. We appreciate it tremendously. What?
I said that happened to me with the files and stuff. Sometimes I push stuff down.
Did you find $600,000?
No, but if I do, I don't know. Maybe we can work out a deal, John. You know.
I'm getting confused here. Some people are just entice me into getting fooled about shit because it gets your mind wandering. Because Karen Van Wyck just came in with a $5 donation and said, now you ponder this now. If French fries are not made in France, are they really French fries? Huh? Are they really French fries?
I thought they were freedom fries.
I don't think so. Yeah, they're freedom fries. I heard it once before. They don't have French fries. Karen Van Wyck, thank you very much. Where do y'all get this shit from? I swear.
Sparky.
They're originally called French cut fries.
French cut
and
fries.
The French part is just how they're cut.
Really?
Is that the little wigglies in between? Is that what's the French part of it?
Well, only because we tend to provide accurate information and entertainment to this fine family. I just recently found out because there was some controversy about potato chips. Who invented the potato chip? And this guy back in 50, whatever, let's call it 50, invented them here in America, in somewhere out east Kentucky, I think, or Tennessee maybe. And I saw a thing on TV the other day that said, no, they were actually invented in Britain. And there was a recipe from 1500 and something on how to make potato chips. They just didn't call them that. They called them something else. We called them potato chips and we invented them. So there you go. Say, where else are you going to find out such fine information like that?
Hey, I wanted to let you know, John, your tree looked beautiful. I saw that.
You see that?
We had it up on Facebook.
Thank you.
And I wanted to share another thing, too. Now, I don't have the paper with me, but up the line from me, it's in a town called Mahanoy City.
Yeah?
The one I think it's a drugstore. You walk in, they actually have a tree that is upside down. Did you hear that? It's a recent craze now.
Somebody ought to fix that.
Upside down Christmas tree. No, that was done on purpose. They have it decorated and everything. Can you imagine? And then they have a Santa, a plastic Santa right next to it.
Huh. Well, that's nice.
So if you want to really appreciate the view, just stand on your head, John, and look at it.
I'm distracted by the conversation that's going on in the chat about French fries. Because Mega Wet Willie just donated $5 and said fries were invented in Belgium. See? There's controversy. Where else are you going to find this where you can debate the issues of the day to determine? Come to the bottom of shit and find the truth. That's what.
See what you started, John? See what you started?
I didn't start it. John Doebag started it.
Anyway, we were talking about the upside down Christmas tree, John.
Yeah.
Have you ever? And you didn't even have to drink to see it upside down.
Well, then what's the point?
Well, you can still drink. Nobody's stopping you.
You want to see a tree upside down? Do it the right way. That's all I'm saying. Get drunk till you fall on your ass. It'll be sideways for a little while.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, well, I'm glad it's the Christmas season. I am, because I'm going to be a little bit more relaxed because I got Christmas stuff going on and trying to get. I got a thing going on with Jenny. I want to make her all Christmas anyway, and that's been good. Been good. Just to back off everything for a little bit, but I'm looking at getting through this Christmas season. You know, I'm really looking forward now to the 2022 political season kicking off in January. And I don't know. I'm getting hopeful.
Have to get involved.
You mean it hasn't kicked off already?
Well, in some
Feels like
areas
it's been going on for about 8 years.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't stopped at all. Hey, did y'all see Ilham Omar this morning? On
yeah, I watched that. I watched your interview.
I saw that. She called Kevin McCarthy a liar and a coward. Using those words. Go figure.
She was being nice.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
She was being generous, you know.
She was being kind-hearted in calling him a coward. Because he's a sniveling maggot up Donnie's ass is what he is. Mm-hmm. And it's disgusting.
She had to be nice. I mean, actually, after all, you're alive on the air, you know. But I applauded her.
You know, the other day on Friday, I ran over to the front porch over there with Robin Kincaid and Sparky Dunk, and amongst other things that we won't mention here because we're a family show. The discussion turned to the 2022 Senate. And I got to tell you, Robin made me feel better because she was talking about the possibilities that we could take seats in the Senate. There are more Republican seats up in the Senate than there are Democrat. And the ones that we have to worry about, well, one, we got to keep Georgia blue. And I think Stacey Abrams is going to do a hell of a job down there. But Wisconsin and Pennsylvania, those two that are now held by Republicans. Let me see. I got it right here. Where's my little thing here? Up in Wisconsin, Ron Johnson. Remember him? Good old dumbass up there. And the thing about Wisconsin is the last time in 2016 the vote was 3.4 plus for the Republicans. And in the 2020 presidential race, it went 0.6 to the Democrats. So it's starting to move blue, so we could possibly take that. And Pat Toomey over in Pennsylvania, he's quitting. And again, it went from, in 2016, it was 1.5 up for the Republicans. And then in 2020, it was 1.2 up for the Democrats. So we have a possibility, especially with the ignorance that's going on up there, we could pick up those two. And you know what that makes? Just like Robin said, that makes what's his name from West Virginia? Joe Manchin, irrelevant. He could take his opinions.
Irrelevant.
Yep.
Irrelevant.
Yep.
Well, did you hear, John, who's going to be running for the Republicans in Pennsylvania for the Senate?
Dr. Oz.
Hold it on to your...
Dr. Oz is running.
Oz.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
Yes, I can imagine.
And
Another quack-ass doctor who's more known for TV than he is for anything else. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man.
He lives in New Jersey. He doesn't know anything about Pennsylvania.
He's a star.
He shouldn't even be allowed.
He's a star. Yes, you're right. He's not even from Pennsylvania. He's a carpetbagger.
He doesn't even intend to govern. None of these Republicans running intend to govern.
No.
They're going in there with their agenda to grift. And Dr. Oz is natural. He's
Yes.
a grifter.
Yep.
It's all about the money, baby. Let me catch up here again because y'all are going nuts out here. John Doebag came back with another $10 and said, and this is a good question to all you golfers out there. Why is the objective of golf to play the least amount of golf? See? The winner is the one that plays the less amount of golf. If you're going all out and giving it, you're going to lose, buddy. You got to be the
In
last.
other words, the less amount of strokes to get to the goal, I guess.
Yeah,
whatever.
I think, well, that's what they say.
I don't like golf.
You don't?
No.
Yeah.
I think it's boring.
Yeah.
I like football, especially when the Eagles beat the Cowboys.
Have you done it in your living room? Have you done it in your living room?
No,
I do.
I played miniature golf.
Nope,
I
nope,
like
nope.
miniature
No.
golf.
Yeah, we played miniature golf in my living room too, but yeah. Now with that thing Travis has got, what is, I don't know what the name of it is. What is it, Travis? Oculus? Yeah,
Oh, VR golf.
yes.
Fancy.
Oh man. I swear. It's getting better and better with that shit, more realistic looking. I mean, you look down at the ball, there's the ball. You look around all over the place. It's, you're there. But I was flying in a World War I German plane. I remember the wings had a German sign on it. And
Sorry, I thought I was already in this chat, and I was just talking to myself, thinking I had connection issues. My bad.
Yeah, I thought my ears were going, Travis. I didn't hear you.
well, yeah, I'm loving Travis's VR thing. Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna be like plugging people for this shit. But if anybody ever had a remote interest in VR, look up the Quest 2 headset. It's an all built-in one gaming headset. Don't need a computer. Super
need
easy to
nothing.
get into. And
Put it on your
Dad
head and
keeps
turn it
trying
on.
to take mine for a reason. So if any of that shit is of interest, I mean, I'd recommend it. It's fun.
Yeah.
Great when because we got a few of them lying around here because like me and Tyler play all the time, so it's entertaining to get mom and dad into let's see, we've got you both into virtual ping pong for a little bit there. That's always entertaining to watch. But yeah, no, fun shit.
In your
Fun shit.
answer to the golf thing, Johnny Fly, is Suzanne Jarrett, who we met, wonderful lady out
Hi,
there.
Suzanne.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were there.
Yeah,
She says,
yeah.
golfing is so fun, Johnny Fly. Come with me, little boy. I'll show you how it's done. I suck, but drinking beer and laughing at each other is worth it. See? You're not, it's not,
Hey,
it's, some things are just,
She's fun to be with,
She
John.
is fun to
I got
be
a
with.
kick out of
she
her.
was a kick in the butt.
Oh
Her
my
and Miss
God,
Linda
she's
were both.
hilarious. I love
I'm
her.
telling you.
Love you, Suzanne.
Let me catch up again because Timothy came in with a $10 donation. Timothy, thank you very much. And Teresa Diggum, our artist back here, who gave us our Resolute Wave. Why ain't my thing working? My thing's not working. Came in with $2 and said the plumber did say about 500 envelopes. Donations? A little stash there for later. You never not know when you might need some immediate cash to make a. I don't know where that money came from, but the discussion came not more about that money, but about the money
Now, John,
some of these preachers get.
where was this money found?
In the
Where
wall
was this of who?
of the bathroom of the
Joel
church.
Osteen.
No, it wasn't Joel Osteen. Yes, it's
Wasn't Osteen? Well, I thought it was Osteen.
Really?
yes. I'm sorry. Yes, it
Oh,
was
my
Joel
God.
Osteen.
Like he really needs it.
Yeah, I got confused there for a minute. Yes, Joel Osteen, who preaches the gospel of God thinks you should be rich. And if you're not rich,
Doctrine
well,
of
God's not
prosperity.
really interested in your
Yes,
ass.
I'm lost, man.
Joel Osteen has gone the same way as this John Hagee down here, who had his big thing and had all those people in his church chanting "Let's go, Brandon." and all.
Holding us-
It's a
holding us
disgusting display of what I believe the evangelical movement turned into. It's not about evangelical Christian. No, baby. It's about hate. It's about racism and bigotry and anything that they can get. Just it's disgusting, and I'll say that to anybody. If you think
As long
you're
as they make a buck off it, John, that's all that matters.
yeah, as long as they get a little payoff of it, just like John Haggerty letting them chant that in the church, amongst other things.
And he said later on, oh, he shouldn't have allowed it to happen. He knew what he was doing. Don't let him bullshit you.
Well, it's you would think, especially this time of year. I mean, come on, give me a break. If there's ever a time when right now the thought of peace on earth and goodwill towards men should come about everybody's mind, including a lot of evangelical Christians, maybe this would be the appropriate month to start doing that. I'm just saying, right now, I'm just so disgusted with the religious right myself because of this challenge to Roe v. Wade coming out of Mississippi, because I watched the governor of Mississippi this morning and on one of the shows, and they were pointing out how Mississippi, who's going after this abortion ban, 15 months, you can't have no more abortion now, we just ain't going to have that shit. Yeah, they're last in infant mortality, ranked 50th out of 50 in infant. They don't give a shit. You prenatal, oh baby, they're all on your side. Preschool, fuck you. You're on your own. No food stamps, no nothing. You ain't gonna get shit. We don't give a shit about you. Mississippi ranks so low, and a lot of the social issues for children. The bottom, and he's on the governor. Well, we're gonna work to change that. Really? How are you gonna do that? It's and I'm sick of it, because one of the congressmen, capped it off on the House floor the other night. And Cawthorn, maybe, I can't remember who it was right now.
I think it was. I know.
Talking about the sanctity of life again, and how these unborn children are a vessel from God. On my House floor. Huh?
He was calling women earthen vessels.
Earthen vessels. Earthen vessels of God's word. Are you shitting me? How about this? How about you leave your God at the doorstep of the House of Representatives when you come in there and start preaching about what everybody else should do? Your God did what? The separation of church and state is essential for a free and democratic society. One of your founding fathers said that. Them guys you really love for some reasons, but just don't agree with everything they said. Are you shitting me? But they try to force it in here, and that Roe v. Wade in itself is a religious decision by the court in itself, because why would you even have that in front of the court if not for religion?
It's an equal rights under the law decision.
There you go.
When they determined it, because women had to fight for basic rights like voting, that they were constantly be put in positions. I mean, look it up to the 70s when women couldn't even have a bank account without their husband's name on it.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of fighting
ladies,
going for
you run
equal
home
rights
and
in
get
law.
your husband, little woman. That's exactly what it was.
Well, see,
And it was so big
guys,
because this was the breaking of this stranglehold that men had had for centuries. Well, in this country, decades over women. Yeah. Roe v. Wade was a lot about finances.
Yes.
Well, you know what, Dave? The Republicans, that sliver, it's not a big amount. Like they said today, they're a small amount, but they're very vocal. They want to return us back to the 1940s and 50s again.
Well, the thing is, it's massively unpopular what they're doing. 82% of the Democrats think Roe v. Wade should stand. Over 70% of the independents, and even amongst the Republicans, they only have, it was like 45 to 43% that approved of overturning Roe v. Wade. They don't even have a big majority within their own party for this.
A lot of people are predicting that if the court overturns Roe v. Wade and upholds Mississippi's law, and if they do, hold on to your britches, baby, because there's a whole lot of states following right behind. Squirrel.
John, we can't hear you.
I know it. That's because I'm not saying it.
There you are.
Okay.
It's 'cause,
I thought we lost you.
No, I seen a comment and there it went. My thought went right out the window. And then
Squirrel.
I forgot. Anyway, if Mississippi law is upheld, hold on to your britches, baby, because there's going to be states all over this country. And you're right, David. It's a financial issue. If you have money and you get pregnant and need an abortion, baby, fly out to California, get a nice motel, have a nice vacation. Nobody will know. But if you're not,
Well, I'm wondering, John, will women protest if this would happen to go through and they
Yes.
repeal it?
Are
And
you
what
shitting
good
me?
will it do?
I hope. I hope. And it's Congress. See, again, we come back, Congress could codify this. We could make it law if we wanted to, if we had the courage to get it through. And that's part of what 2022 is about. We're looking at what this court is capable of. If they overturn Roe v. Wade, what do you think coming next, Johnny Fly? Gay marriage, brother.
I know.
They don't agree with that.
they'll be going
God
after gay
don't
marriage
like
then.
that, brother.
Hey,
God don't
that's
like
another
it.
equal
Look
rights
it up
under
in
law.
Leviticus, because it really is.
and they're going to hear it from me if they try.
Good,
'cause that's
good.
bullshit.
Let me catch up real quick here because Diana Mallory, bequeather of the gong and secret squirrels, came in with $5 and said, "Happy 7th night of Hanukkah. Let's spend December celebrating something we have only done quietly since the election. January 1st, the work begins." Indeed, Diana Mallory, who I got to meet in San Antonio, had a wonderful. I just had so much fun there. And John Doebag came back with another $10 and said, "Must have been a mighty pricey pay toilet. Must have been a mighty pricey pay toilet." Let's see, I'm lost. John, I'm lost on that one. It'll come to me in a minute, brother. It'll come to me in a minute, and I'll go, "Oh!" And Mark Perkins came in with $5 and said, "Someone needs to shoot that squirrel." Somebody needs to shoot that squirrel that keeps running around here and distracting my ass. Mark, thank you very much, brother. We appreciate it tremendously.
You know what, John?
What?
I have a good suggestion.
Huh?
We should, just like they do with the horses, we're going to put blinders on both your eyes. How's that?
Yeah, I know what they do to horses, buddy. I saw the movie.
I gotta say something that's got to start being our mantra too. The more I've seen of it, the more it pisses me off.
What?
We got to stop buying into this. They're saying it in mostly mainstream news. The idea that 2022 is already lost.
Yeah, no, I don't believe that
We
shit.
got to start a mantra saying 2022 is far from lost.
I think
There's no way we're just going to roll over and die just because you tell us supposed to.
We have not
you know
yet
what?
begun to fight, is what I'm thinking. Come
You know what,
next
John?
month.
I have a good.
What?
Well, I have a good mind to call CNN myself and say, "Hey, tell their anchors to stop this nonsense. It's not even here yet." And don't.
Yeah, CNN's big on that shit. Well, it looks like the Republicans are going to take
They
the 22 midterms here because, historically speaking, they always do it when one party's a blah, blah, blah. And it just like,
I just need you to shut the fuck up, cause nobody asked you, bitch.
This decision is not theirs. It's not CNN's. It's not Fox's. It's ours, baby. This is our decision. And we can tell them that. Shut the fuck up. We're going to be the ones that decide this shit. And what I say next year is because remember what Liz Cheney said. Liz Cheney said next year we're going to have multiple weeks of public hearings in vivid color display. We need to shove January 6th up their ass and start if we can't get them in the courtroom, in the court of public opinion, baby. Put it out there. This country deserves to know what jackasses were involved and what the jackasses knew and when they knew it and what they said. And we know there's a list of them. We know the list. So, come on, baby. Catman56, my buddy Keith came in with another $3 donation. I said, I think this is a GOP distraction ploy of Trump in January 6th. They don't want us talking about January 6th, baby. That's the one thing Republicans are united in. It didn't happen. It was just a bunch of peaceful people going up there, grandma and grandpa. That was no harm done. You kiss it up, flat up your flagpole, buddy. I don't really give a shit. That's what we need to do. But we have serious work to do in our house, man. And if we can't take control of the Senate, we don't have a shot at getting rid of the filibuster. You know, that's another thing Joe Manchin doesn't want to do, you know, because of
And
freedom.
guaranteed, John, guaranteed, if the Republicans get back in, you might as well kiss the January 6th Commission goodbye.
Oh, that's the first thing they'll do. If Republicans take the House of Representatives, they'll disbar the January 6th Commission. That's how come they're going to try to come out with all they can before that event happens, and even afterwards, the Democrats could still.
Live hearings start next year.
Yep.
Well, what'll be funny as hell if they take over is that the first thing they're going to do is get rid of the filibuster.
Yes, that's what I keep saying. If they take over the Senate, they will do away with the filibuster immediately, because then they'll get to do whatever they want. They can scream about it right now, but if they're given the chance, given the power, they're going to do it themselves. And I'm tired of this shit. Like the sign says, baby, let's take off the gloves. Let's start playing the same kind of ball they're playing.
That's right.
They play rough. Let's get rough with this shit. Let's do what we need to do. Because this shit of pussyfooting around and just waiting, and we're going to debate this, that, and the other. No, this country's tired of the debate. The debate has gone on for decades. Just like gun legislation, which is in the news now again because of the Michigan shooting. But don't worry, it'll go away in a few more days. You know, then the trial will come and we'll all pay attention to it again, and then it'll just go away. And we'll be right back where the fuck we were to start with.
Or more children were killed this year than military personnel.
Yeah, there's been 32 school shootings since August 1st. August.
Well,
32.
And right after this shooting, just a few days after, Thomas Massey, representative, U.S. representative, posts this family. You see this family photo with guns and asking Santa for more ammo for Christmas.
I have the picture right here in front of me. I was waiting to talk about this jackass out of Kentucky. Yeah, Thomas Massey tweeting a photo. Now let me count. Let me see. This 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 7 people in this photograph. One of them a very young girl. Every one of them looks like an AR-15, except the young little girl looks like I don't know what that is, a Mac 9 or something. She's got her little.
I'll put the story in main discussion.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, never mind.
If you have not seen this, this is several days after the shooting in Michigan. And he posts this picture of his whole family standing around the Christmas tree, and every one of them's holding an AR-15, and says, Santa Claus, send us some more ammo. Send us ammo. Really? Who are you planning on shooting there, Representative Massey? There is what I'm talking about when I talk about the gun culture in this country. That's what's sick. That's what the weapon they're holding. They don't want a weapon for home protection. No, they want something for war, baby. And evidently his family's ready for it. You know, we're going to go shoot us up a bunch of, what? Fellow Americans, that's what.
Wherever the right-wing media or their quote-unquote leaders point them.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, they honestly thinking for themselves.
Yeah, and around my neighborhood, that would be my house.
He's the instigator. We found that out.
That's what these idiots don't. You know, their right to bear arms supersedes every other fucking important thing in their fucking life, and on Christmas. Now, doesn't God and guns just go together? Show me in the Bible. What's that verse in there in Timocolians? Thou shalt taketh the gun and kill thy neighbor. Remember it. It's right there in the Bible. No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Hey, when you think about it, John, in the Old Testament, they had a lot of battles where God told the people of Israel, don't spare them, don't even spare the children or the older people, kill them by the sword. Yes. So, yeah, maybe it is a part of their religion.
Yes. Look at the wars of history are most of all fought over religion. My God's better than your God, and we're going to kill you for it. It's either over religion or property itself. Greed, and, that's what war is all about, baby. It's taking something from somebody else. It's, shit. That's our history, though. That's the world history, baby. That's not just the United States. That's the world fucking history, except a lot of other places, seem to have done better at moving on from them, but we're not so good at that. And that picture of this disgusting display of what an American family should look like, Really? All holding your weapons in front of the Christmas tree. We'll show them libtards. Really?
Well,
You're
what's
not showing me
the
anything
situation?
except that you're an ignorant fuck. Willing to let your kids
John,
look like ignorant shits.
That
And your
Ethan
wife
kid,
looks like an
whatever,
ignorant shit too. Damn.
That Eastern kid out in Michigan, stuff like that. Is that how parents are raising their kids today?
Hey, that's who
That is
this
so
that's who this guy
bizarre.
this
Yes.
congressman thinks. Yes. Go out and buy your 15-year-old a 9mm. Go ahead. You know, it's the American thing to do. Are you shitting me? What the Republican Party has turned themselves into, I don't know how they can't back up and see the big picture. Boy, howdy shit, have y'all slid down the fucking nasty slope into hell. Don't tell me you're God, guns, and glory, and you're a patriot and all that shit. That picture right there tells you who the fuck the Republicans are. Get a gun and demand that you do what, you know, your way or the highway, your way or death. You know, it's what the fuck. It does just that picture, and I'm looking at it right now. That little girl sitting between the mom and the dad. What the fuck? Really? That's the morals that you want to teach your children? That's how that shooting in Michigan ended up. That's how Kyle Rittenhouse ended up in Kenosha with an AR-15. Because mom and daddy think, oh, yeah, it's real cool, son. Let's go. You bunch of fucking idiots. I don't know. I'm sorry. I need to take that picture down because it just. Yeah, I had that up there. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm sorry.
What's distracting you, John?
That picture. I had it up there off to my left over here because I wanted to talk about it. And then every time I talk about it, that's when I see that's what's wrong with this country. Right there in that one picture. That's what's so disgusting
what happened in
about
Mesquite?
this country.
You heard what happened in Mesquite, Texas today, right?
Oh, no. Pray tell what happened in Mesquite.
There was an officer shot dead outside of an Albertsons. They're still trying to unpack what happened. Police officer shot.
Yeah.
He exchanged fire with another guy that had a gun. Police officer ended up dead. The suspect was shot once, and they're still trying to dissect what happened. But it makes me think that this is going to become the more people that are packing guns, and they want everyone packing guns, the more stuff like this is going to happen.
Yes. Yes,
Well,
go
that
figure.
reminds me.
Verbal arguments are going to turn into gunfights.
Well, that reminds me, too. Pennsylvania, Governor Wolf just vetoed. The Republicans are pushing that you don't have permits like down in Texas. But thank God Governor Wolf vetoed it. Oh, they're pissed off. It's just too bad.
Down here in Texas
They want the
passed
right
the
to conceal.
constitutional carry law. You've got a right
Yeah,
to carry.
that's the one there.
Strap it on, baby. Go anywhere you want. That's what my state has done. That's what Greg
Well,
Abbott
they tried
has
to do
done.
in Pennsylvania, and Governor Wolf stopped it. He vetoed it again.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, we
We have a
can't.
don't know.
governor, thank God.
This is, you keep thinking to yourself, but every time I start thinking, I keep thinking about Sandy Hook. If we can't do shit
Yeah.
after that, what the fuck? We're just we're
If we can
pissing in
watch
the wind. That's what we're doing.
5, 6, 7-year-olds get shot and killed and do nothing, then we don't care anymore.
No, we don't.
I mean, I was watching a young man be interviewed who was at the school in Michigan that was shot, and some of his friends were shot, and another one died as they were doing CNN was doing the interview on him. I don't know if anyone saw that. And it's breaking these kids. This strong, athletic young man, just starting off his life into going into adulthood, it breaks him.
Yeah.
And I just don't think we care.
Evidently, we don't.
Not to mention,
or we do something about it. And the sad thing is, if you took a poll across this country, most people, 80-some% of people across this country are in favor of stricter gun laws. So how come if 80% of the people want something, we can't get it?
And we don't want to take
Money.
guns away from people. We just want some responsible ownership.
Yes.
We're not seeing this happen by responsible hunters that own their guns and keep them secured. We're seeing it happen with these crazies that are following their state representative as he and his family are all holding assault weapons.
They carry it to
Another
the.
thing,
Well,
too.
them
We're not coming
Democrats
after-
are going to come get your guns. Everyone, we're all going to make
Yeah.
guns illegal. No, fuck you. You know, with them, it's all or nothing. Either I get a tank, or you're infringing upon my rights to defend myself. That kind of shit.
Another thing too is when we vote during elections, let's make sure we don't have an I say majority. We have an overwhelming majority. That's
Yes.
the problem.
Yes.
You know?
Except nowadays, the minority rules, buddy. Isn't that what happens right now with the filibuster? Minority rules. They'll decide who the fuck what the hell we're going to vote on. That's minority rules. That's why we got to do something about this shit. And let me catch up real quick here, because Catman56 came back with another donation and said, "What will they on an M1 Abrams main battle tank or the National Guard's troops?" Yeah, that's what I need it for home protection, really, and defend from the government, really. Government's got tanks, buddy. I don't think your AR is going to do a whole lot. But it makes them look like Rambo. It makes them look like a badass, and it gets their little tiny pecker real hard. Anyway, Claudia Garcia came in with $5 and said, "I hate to see the day when Nancy Pelosi retires. Love your tree, John." Well, thank you very much, Claudia, but I'm not done yet. I ain't got my lights on yet, and I ain't got all my decorations on it yet. But it's a work in progress, baby. It's a work in progress. Thank you. I should have it on by next show. And Nita Parker has donated $5 and said, "Can someone say hello to Nita once in a while?" LOL. Nita, hi, baby. I'm glad you're here. I see your name in the chat sometimes. I know I do. Mark Perkins, Streaks of Digging, Brian Champagne, they're all sitting there talking right now. Thank you very much, Nita Parker. Y'all say hello to Nita. She's been sitting out there in the room.
Nita.
You got to share the conversation.
Nita.
Shut up, Johnny Fly. I'm talking. Anyway, about conversation. It's good to know. I'm sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
You wanted me to say hello, and I said hello.
There you go. There you go. Anybody else want to say hello to
Be nice
Nita?
to me, John.
I already did.
Okay, good deal. Good deal. I want everybody to feel welcome here.
John slapped my hand.
Slap your hand. Don't do
Yeah.
that again. You liked it too much. No. See, when they ask you to do it, then they get a smile on their face. Go ahead, because you know what the masochist said to the what's the God damn it.
Uh-oh.
Somebody
You're
likes
losing
pain.
it, John?
Because somebody help me out. I got a word for it. Masochist.
Oh, word.
The masochist. You know what the masochist said to the
Sadomasochism.
Yeah. Sadist. The masochist said, beat me, and the sadist said, no.
Oh yeah, denial.
Denial, baby. That's right. It's torture for him. Beat me.
John.
No. Don't throw me in the briar patch. Lord have mercy.
See, I was a good boy, and look what now. All of a
Yeah,
sudden,
knock that shit off. Ain't no fun, I heard.
I don't know. Today kind of convinced me that people are going crazy. Here in
They
Northern
are.
California, Bernadette might have heard of this. It's in Corte Madera. I think it's Marin County, fairly close.
Yeah.
They just found out that they're having to quarantine 75 students now because several parents found out their children were COVID positive and sent them to class knowing they were COVID positive in order to, right before Christmas, to infect people.
well, you know what? Too?
Because
I just
freedom.
It's just
Well,
insanity. It's just nuts. I just want to look at them and go, we should be able to sue those parents or, people that catch it.
Is somebody like that any different than the Crumblies? Who gave that 15-year-old boy a 9mm?
John,
Yeah.
too. They also have that new variant is now in Philadelphia.
Oh, it's all over.
that's
It's
okay.
going to be all over the country.
Yeah.
It spreads more easily. And but the dominant.
But my neighbor across the road, he still will not wear his mask, and now he has prominently displayed on his window so I can see it. Go Brandon and fuck Joe Biden. He just has the initials. Fuck Joe.
Someone
Biden.
needs to tell them we're back up over 100,000 cases again.
Yeah. The Delta variant's killing more people again now on a daily
Well,
basis.
Omicron's, they assume,
fake
they're
news.
saying now as of today, Omicron.
Yeah.
It's been found in about 1/3 of the U.S. now,
Well,
including out here in my state.
yeah.
Well, you tell them that, Dave, and they'll say that's fake news.
Well, of course it's
They
fake
follow
news.
the-
You know what you say to your neighbor? You just look at him and say, "My condolences." And when he asks you why, say, "Well, I figure you're going to die of this shit, so, my condolences to your family, dead fuck, dead man walking." It's
That's right.
like, what, you can't. That's what's going
can't
to make
convince
this thing keep spreading its ignorance. The ignorance of the Republican Party. And because, let's face it, it's the Republican Party. That's who it is.
But you know what, Joe? You have to admire them. They have their freedom. They may
have the
die.
freedom to die.
They have their
And just
freedom.
like
That's
that
right.
preacher, when you're sitting up there calling the vaccine an evil thing from the government and all that shit, your ass dies from COVID. Yeah, that's ironic justice right there. I
Promise
hope everybody
their
in his
freedom.
church can understand what the fuck was going on. That the man was peddling you a pile of shit. And if he's willing to lie to you about the vaccine, he's willing to lie to you about anything to pick your pocket.
Their freedom is costing the rest of us our freedom,
Yes,
and I'm
That's
tired
it.
of that.
yes. I'm tired of the ignorance that your stupidity is killing too many Americans.
Not mention,
Yeah.
how many people are innocent and they're doing their part, and these assholes are just like, oh, I don't need to wear a mask.
I
At some point in time, somebody's going to get infected and die.
was glad to hear that the United States is supposed to step up distribution to other nations in the world. Because let's face it, if we don't get it in control all over the world, this thing's going to keep mutating until it turns into something really, really fucking nasty, like you get it and die 2 days later, something like the Black Plague or something like that, Well, there'll be the bodies just dropping dead in the street from the shit.
You saw what happened in Belgium today? Speaking of Belgium and French fries, they had massive protests that the police were having to turn fire hoses and tear gas on the protesters. The same day they found COVID into a hippopotami.
Boy, howdy.
Just
Even in the
nuts.
animal world. Even in the animal world.
And once this starts jumping back and forth into species, good luck in the controlling the variants.
I was gonna say.
It's scary when you look at the big picture of where the Omicron variant, which, as I understand it right now, is a double-edged sword, is more contagious. But from the reports I've heard so far, the symptoms are milder, especially if you're vaccinated.
We're still testing it, but it still does look like the vaccine still gives you pretty decent protection to this variant. Again, that's just if you're vaccinated. Otherwise, you got COVID going on again. In your
I'm
system,
reminded of, and
unvaccinated.
I can't remember the scientist's name. They had him on, I think it was either MSNBC or CNN or something. Probably CNN. And this was not recent, this was like, I don't know, months ago. Talking about variants, before the Omicron, as a matter of fact, he was talking about variants and what the cycle is, and it will mutate to something that may be, and this is before the Omicron, he said, something that may be more transmissible, but less deadly. But then the next mutation will turn into something that is much more transferable and more deadly. It builds another, it's conquering one thing at a time. We want to get around more. We'll talk about killing them later. Let's make our numbers grow. And then later on, it mutates into something that will kill your ass faster.
Sure, the virus wants to transmit itself as much as possible, and we keep giving it this rich environment to do all these mutations in, which is the whole idea of vaccines, is cut off the pool where it can do this.
Yeah.
We've done this with other viruses in the past. We did it with polio.
We've done it with so many in
smallpox.
the United States and around the world. Smallpox is a good. It had to be eradicated around the world, or it was going to keep going. And you have to be vaccinated for it. Yes, the only reason that this vaccine there are people that's hesitant is because of politics, because of the orange asshole that was in our house and the maggot brigade that keeps building here of ignorance and we love America here, carry this flag, but hate half the people in this country. Kind of bullshit.
Yeah, well, John, that's what I was just gonna say. This, when everybody in the past, and these other things that we got vaccinated for before you could go to school, no problem. Soon as Donald Trump got into office, this is when the nasty shit starts coming out. He's responsible for all this.
Now, there
shit.
has been in the past, there's been certain people that have been anti-vaccine for a long time. And they try to attribute autism to vaccines, which has been proven to be false.
Those wonderful people are the ones that brought measles back in a big way.
Yep. Don't get vaccines because it gives you autism. There's been no correlation between that. The rise in autism, I believe, has a whole lot to do with environmental issues.
More likely than not, pollutants.
Yeah, pollutants, I think, are
the residual things that are staying in our system now more and more.
What's in the air, what's in what you eat, what we, and I'm not.
Plus, we also got better diagnosing it.
Let's stop at Whataburger and get me a hamburger. I know there are more healthier ways to eat. We try to do that at home. That's why Tyler went to the fruit stand today. Anyway, let me call out Maria Betancourt came in with a $2 donation, said, Johnny Fly, put a fuck Trump window sign up. Hey, at least we say it in plain English. And Teresa Diggum came in with a $5 donation and said, tomorrow, where I work, the state of Indiana is letting the public back in the office, no mask, vaccine mandate, no mask or no vaccine mandate. Yep. There you go, baby. Let's go spreading. During the Christmas season, let's spread some cheer. Hack. I go with my mask, baby. If I go in the store, I got my mask on. Boop. I think it makes me look rather handsome. Covers up half my face.
It's not a bad idea during flu season.
Huh?
Not a bad idea during flu season. Just for the sake of, avoiding the flu. A lot of countries.
My hand sanitizer, boom, baby. I'm on that bottle when I get back in my car. I don't even want to touch the damn thing till I get my hand sanitizer on. I'm not paranoid. I don't want to take the chance. I don't want this one or that one or any of them. And we have limited travel anyway, so, it's, if they come out with another booster tomorrow, I'd be out for that sucker tomorrow. Whatever it is that they tell me, because I have this funny thing about trusting doctors and science and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
I'll tell you what they forget about science that drives me crazy.
What?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Sparky.
Hey, John, if they told me I could get another booster, I don't care where I get it. They can shoot me with a square needle in the left nut.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yes, I do. Square needle left nut. Yes, I do, Sparky.
Oh, no.
Some things never change. And you were in the Air Force. I was in the Navy. Same thing, buddy. Oh, yeah. Wait till you get the one with the square needle in the left nut. What? What do you mean?
Well, they forget about science. They want to call science its own religion, its own belief system. Science isn't based on belief.
No.
Science will question itself. Science will challenge itself. If you want to be a scientist and go out and test the law of gravity, that's perfectly acceptable according to science. Even things they call laws, they put them always and put them in quotation marks. You can test them. Science allows you to ask questions. It's not a belief system.
And guess what? Science really doesn't give a fuck what you think.
No. You want to give me good evidence, show me a good study, show me how you did this, and don't come to conclusions before you've tested something. Test it.
Yeah.
And I like that about science because it allows you to ask questions. So many of these anymore, you just can't ask. You cannot question your leader.
And if you can't question something, what is that?
It's tearing the hell out of the Republican Party. I mean, they're going after each other now because they don't dare question even some real basic things like don't be racist, don't be Islamophobic,
Yeah, look at how big Marjorie Taylor Greene is jumping up trying to defend Bobart. Really? She's threatening. What did she say the other day? If the right Republicans don't take the House, then we don't need to take the House. No, Marjorie Taylor Greene doesn't want a Republican-controlled House. She wants a maggot-controlled House. So, and there's a difference there. You like some moderate Republican. She don't want that. She wants a right-wing nut job. Let's pack your pistol and screw your mask kind of guy.
Hey, John,
that's who they want.
Did you hear about Well, it was on CNN today. I don't know exactly all of it, but the lady that used to work for Mike Pence, she related the story that she was playing this one music in her office. It was pretty loud. And it was from a group or a lady, whoever it was, that criticized Trump. They told her to turn it down or she'd be fired.
You know, there
Did you
was
hear that one this
when I was working for the Army in my office area there. There was a lady, and she was nice. We got along, sort of. Okay. She kind of pissed me off every once in a while with her little comments because her desk was like a shrine. I mean, there's pictures of Jesus all over the place. There's fucking crosses all over the place. There's everything. Lots of stuff. Candle over there burning, all that kind of stuff. And you couldn't go to her desk without being intimidated towards religion. And when she found out I was an atheist, because I will gladly tell you, yes, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in that. Oh, well, I was the demon from hell. And you know how I combated that? You could hear me
told
coming
you didn't believe
down.
in hell?
You could hear me coming down the hallway before I entered the office. One day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's all yeah, baby. You think because I'm atheist, I don't know Christian song? Onward, Christian soul.
Oh, no, the music is great.
Yes, it's great. It's got catchy tunes. I'll sing them all day, and that just pissed her off. She thought it was blasphemy coming out of my name. God's gonna get you. Jesus doesn't appreciate that. It's his song. Are you shitting
You know
me?
all it is? It's just an excuse to judge other people.
Yeah.
Just an excuse
Just an
to look
excuse.
down on other
Yep.
people.
That's in my opinion. I don't know. I sometimes voice my opinion about being an atheist, sometimes too much. But I stress the point. I am entitled to do that, and I'm doing a better job of being an atheist than a lot of Christian suckers say they're Christian live their life. I do. You ask my sons, you ask anybody that knows me. I try to be kind to everybody I meet. I try to put a smile on your face before I leave. I try to let you know, have a great freaking day.
Well, you did, John.
Well, I try. Thank you very much, Johnny.
What happened to the Christians like Jimmy Carter? What happened to the Christians like Mr. Rogers?
Yeah, Mr.
I was perfectly
Rogers.
okay with them.
Yes.
I never felt like they were. I always thought that they were modeling some of the best behavior.
They want to follow Joel Osteen, but they won't give Mr. Rogers two shits. And Mr. Rogers was one of those like Carter, who lived their religion, who treated people kindly and worked for the good and kept their religion basically to yourself. And that's not good enough for Joel Osteen. Joel Osteen thinks God wants you to be rich, and if you ain't rich, well, you need to work harder because God loves
John,
rich people.
the thing is, if you are living your religion, you don't have to go around trying to cram it down people so they'll see it.
It's sort of like smoking weed doesn't make you a bad person, just like going to church doesn't make you a good person. Right. I saw that on a meme somewhere.
Or a Christian.
Yeah. Smoking weed doesn't make you a bad person. Going to church doesn't make you a good person. I've seen lots of assholes go in church. I see people who use foul language and derogatory terms for ethnic people and go waltz right into church because, God loves you.
Hey, John, I saw the ex-president walk into the Washington National Cathedral. That didn't make him a Christian.
No. There ain't no building in the world going to make your ass a Christian.
That's right.
Ain't no building in the world, no preacher's going to save your ass. Isn't that what the Bible says? No man cometh by me except by the Lord, not by Preacher Jones down the street. Preacher Jones down the street ain't got shit to do with it. You want a relationship with your God, you have it. Go outside and stare at a tree because he's staring back at you right there. He made the tree. He made the planet, according to your own religion. He made the planet you're sitting on. What are you doing to it?
I see John Tony Boyd has his hand up.
Well, hold on. Let me do this. And I don't have control. I'd have to switch modes here before I see.
Yeah, he has to accept it now.
Oh, there he is. Tony,
There
you
he
with us?
There he is.
Yeah, I hear y'all preaching on here.
Oh,
Hi,
it's
Tony.
Sunday, brother. It's Sunday,
Yeah,
Sunday,
good.
Sunday. Praise the Lord. We're glad
Yeah,
to
I
come
come in-
into
I
the
come
Church
in.
of the Blue Dot.
Well,
That's good.
I just come in. It's raining here. My bones is aching, so I decided to get on for a little while. And I got hooked up after Discord. Always gives me fits,
Oh, man.
and so got me a cup of coffee, a shot of whiskey, and some ginger ale.
There you go.
And,
Life could not be better.
And put.
Tony,
I
are
hear
you going to share with all of us?
If I could,
Metaphorically speaking, he
share
is.
a vision. Hey, no problem.
Metaphorically
No problem.
speaking, he is. Tony, hold on just a second. I don't want to be rude, but let me catch. Oh, where'd my damn mouse go? I don't do that shit to me.
Okay.
Occasionally, my mouse leaves. Anyway, Michael Johnson came in with a $3 donation and said, "How many shots did we get in the military?" Yeah, fuck Trump. Oh, that's right. Trump didn't get any shots in the military because he was a draft-dodging coward. That's right. Least we forget. What do you, bone spurs? Cadet bone.
Temporary
At the
bone.
same time, he's playing tennis and college baseball. Yep, I got bone spurs. I can't go. Kiss off, you asshole. Your daddy's money got your ass out. And he can fuck off forever for that. Mega Wet Willie donated $5 to Super Chat and said NBCNews.com. Kyle Rittenhouse says he is destroying AR-15 used in Kenosha shooting. Destroy it so it can't be used in civil court evidence. Mega Wet Willie, thank you very much. Don't worry, they can bring a replica. And let me see.
Exactly.
I got to move this. Nita Parker came back with $5. Nita, hey Nita. Nita Parker came back in with $5 and said, "Back in 1976, I had to get my husband's permission to have my tubes tied."
It's true.
Yes, there.
That was another
one of our own blue
There
dots.
were
There you go.
very
Had to
true.
get her
There
husband's
were medical
permission.
procedures
Yes.
that woman couldn't get. unless
Yeah,
her
well,
husband allowed it.
them women's, they got
Right.
some hormone things, and their mind don't really work right, and so we have to take. Yeah, it's
Earthen
the
vessels.
the sad thing is I make fun of them with that voice, but they were very highly educated people that do this. I was looking at this map, and when I was flipping around, because all I have to do is move my mouse over here, over a state, and like in Kentucky, Rand Paul. Rob Portman in Ohio, Rand Paul in Kentucky. And these are the senators that are going to be up. These are pretty solid red. They're probably going to stay that way. And then I came down here to Louisiana, and it's pretty solid red. It's pretty solid Republican. But John Kennedy is up for now. John Kennedy. The reason he pisses me off is he is a Rhodes Scholar. He is a highly educated man. But if you listen to him, he tries to sound just about as dumb as you could possibly get, because I believe that's the constituency that he's relying on to vote for him. That's not the way he talks. He's a fucking... He's one of these people that...
He was
that
the one that
irritates
went
me.
off on the appointee that was formerly from the Soviet Union about whether or not she was still in some junior
Should I
Soviet
call you
league thing.
comrade?
That's the same one we're talking about, right?
Yes, that's that John Kennedy. I don't know where...
He's a goddamn McCarthyist is what he is.
Yes. There's communists everywhere. But John, and the sad thing is he's probably going to get reelected. and my family was from Louisiana. Are you shitting me?
He wants to sound like a Southern Dixiecrat.
Yes, he does. He just wants to. When Kavanaugh
just like they did in the old days.
was up there, and he asked Kavanaugh, "Do you believe in God?" "Yes, I do." "Well, that's good enough for me." For Supreme Court judge. If it doesn't get any more, I'm basing it strictly on my religion. Yeah. He's I don't know. Kennedy, I just think, is a carpetbagger. He's from Louisiana, but I just think he's one of these people that he knows how to talk to the right people, I guess, in the right way to understand that I'm just a regular guy like you, and I'm fighting for your right to do whatever the fuck it is that you want to do. And it bothers me. You know, but this same map, there's a lot of blue states. There's only a few that are really movable. Most of them are pretty solid red or pretty solid blue. It's a pretty damn good fact that most of them will remain what they are, except for Wisconsin and Pennsylvania for sure. And
John, did you hear that the COVID infections, the new infections now that are rising? Guess where they're coming from? The Republican red state.
Well, that's where it is, Johnny Fly. Because if you look at the whole damn map as far as this whole COVID thing goes, red states and blue states, and who's doing the worst at this shit? Guess what? It's like Mississippi being 50th in infant mortality, but we're gonna fight so hard to force you to have that baby after it's born. We'd appreciate it if just don't bother us with your bullshit. We don't want to hear from you no more. You know,
it's funny. It's almost like having women's health clinics actually helps babies stay alive. Yeah. Shocker there.
Shocker. Yeah, I was reminded because George Carlin did a skit. And George Carlin been gone a long time ago. It's like so much of his stuff is. He did a skit one time about if you're prenatal, talking about the right-wing nut jobs back then. If you're prenatal, they love you. If you're preschool, fuck you. You ain't getting nothing. I can't remember his whole line. It was a lot more funnier than that. But yeah, that's, it's been this way.
I thought it was once you're born, you're on your own.
On your own, baby. Once you're breathing on your own outside of that uterus, I'm sorry.
I heard the most fascinating argument about that, why the Republicans constantly go back to defending the unborn. And it's because the unborn don't really exist as a group that can have a say-so about it. They can say whatever they want about the rights of the unborn because there are no unborn around to really say one way or the other. And it's a group that's completely manipulatable by them to get these things going. It's a very manipulative thing when they picked abortion back in the 70s to make their key issue.
Yeah. This has been planned.
And I'd never thought about that before.
Yeah, this is the way to get the right wing or the religious, seduced into this right Republican shithole that it is now. Is for a lot of people, the abortion rights issue is their number one issue above all else. Well, except that gun thing, they really like that too.
Well, guys, I'm gonna sound like a complete asshole right now. As far as I'm concerned with this abortion shit, ain't nobody's fucking business but the ladies.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
I said it. Ain't nobody's business but the person that's doing it, and that a woman down in Texas getting an abortion ain't gonna affect my ass up here in Indiana.
No.
Or anybody else's around the world. And as far as I'm concerned with these goddamn churches, ain't none of their goddamn business be in somebody else's life, and that's the way I feel about the government. Now, when somebody goes around killing and shooting somebody, that can affect me. Yeah. No, they want to sit on their little fat hands and in the thumbs up their asses and act like it doesn't exist. That's total asinine, hypocritical bullshit.
It is, and abortion will continue in Mississippi. No matter what the court says, it just will it be done in a legal, safe manner, or will it be done by a desperate girl that is
right?
Hey, John,
desperate to get rid of this pregnancy.
I just had to say to Tony Boy, amen, brother, preach it and keep preaching it.
Yes.
That's right.
If you don't have a uterus, hey, number one, shut the fuck up. It's not your game. That's right. Let's take Viagra off the drug list that you can get at the store. Let's do that because it's God's will. If you have a baby, it's sort of like if your dick don't work no more. That's God's will, and we shouldn't be giving you a pill to, do something God don't want you to do no more.
If your finger ain't involved in that booty, ain't none of your damn business.
None of your business. Right. That's it. Well, hell, here in Texas, we still have that law in the book that you can have sex with your wife, but you can't pokey in the wrong holder. Don't be doing that. You'll get arrested.
How would they know?
Well, they'll know because God will tell them. I don't know. It's one of those.
Right.
You cannot legislate morality. Period.
You can't.
Period. You're not going to make a law that's going to make somebody be a moral person. That kind of is instilled to you by your parents and the community. You got all that other stuff we talk about when being a good citizen. Yeah.
Hey, John, I'm amazed, John, that they have yet. I haven't heard a big backlash against the LGBTQ community. I'm waiting for that to start happening.
Oh, brother.
Maybe when they try this.
If they flip Roe v. Wade, your ass is next. That's the next thing they're going to put a target on. Because they were very upset
I'll be down.
about that.
I'll be standing outside the Supreme Court myself. I will go down
Good.
there. I will.
Good. And I don't know if I'll be there, but I'll be there metaphorically.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd be there physical next to you, Johnny, but I'm standing there with you, brother. Indeed.
I know.
Because hold on, because John Cass just came in with $10 and said, what about Georgia? Run, Stacy, run. Georgia is going to be heavy on our mind, baby, because John Warnock, Reverend Warnock, is going to have to retain his seat, and Stacey Abrams is going to be a damn good vehicle to make that happen again. Stacey Abrams, man, she came so close. And Brian Kemp, Purdue? Ain't Purdue going to primary Kemp?
Purdue just announced his intention to try to primary Kemp.
Well, there you go. Let's split that ticket, baby. Either the nut job maggot society or you conservative Republicans over there. Y'all take your pick.
Since Trump went after Kemp, Kemp's damaged goods now. Purdue figures he can step in there and take over the Trump vote support from Kemp.
Yep. Yeah.
And whether or not that's a winning ticket anymore in Georgia is anyone's guess. I mean,
there's going to be a lot of eyes on Georgia, not only for Governor Stacey Abrams, for Reverend Warnock, but also for Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Well, they got the open investigations going on still into Trump about interfering in the election.
And Georgia has a case. I don't know why. This slow walk to justice bothers me, especially from the state of Georgia, because they have avid evidence, because we've all seen it on TV. Yes, he illegally tried to manipulate the elections of Georgia. And so did his White House office, his White House, his administration, people within his administration. See, that's what they're all worried about. When we hear all these guys, Mark Meadows and all these other guys supposed to go up January 6th, who's this, oh, Lord, too many names in my head. Jeffrey Clark, going to take the 5th. Full knowing.
Yeah. You saw that whole drama, didn't you? Clark walking out before they were done with him, then hearing what they were continued to talk about when he was gone, and then now he's going to plead the 5th, realizing, oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just some.
Why don't you just come in and say, yeah, I'm guilty and I ain't telling you what I did. Go find it out yourself. Well, they will. They will. They're going to take the Fifth Amendment, but there's going to be witnesses to the crimes, and 250 some odd people have already testified in front of the court, in front of the committee. And, we haven't been privy to what that knowledge is, but I think come January we will be. And that is going to, I believe, really start moving a shift away from this maggot party when you start seeing some of the crimes these people are guilty of and what they tried to do. Where's that 14th Amendment shit? If you involve yourself in an insurrection, you should not be in fucking Congress, baby. In the House or in the Senate. You shouldn't be there. We should get your ass out.
I agree.
But,
John, I'll make you laugh now.
What?
If you're a preacher, and if you're a preacher and you got $600,000 in the wall of your bathroom, you shouldn't even be preaching.
You'd think. But to Joel Osteen, $600,000 ain't squat. He's got millions. I don't know why he's stashing $600,000 in the wall of the freaking. It might have been somebody else in the church. But what does that say? Your church is made up of thieves, really? It's all about the money. And with Joel Osteen, it is. It
Are you
is.
sure he didn't put it in there himself? He might have put it in there himself.
Yeah.
I mean, damn. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, brother. That's a lot of money. Come on, man. Really?
I'd find stuff like that.
Joel Osteen will ever be reminded in my head of when Harvey came through and the people of Houston were flooded out, and Joel Osteen refused to open the gates of his church because he didn't want it messed up. He didn't want all them,
What I
them
heard.
poor people coming out of the floodwaters and gathering around his church and messing it up. He was forced into open it, finally.
Really?
Yes, yes. There were churches all over Houston that had the doors wide open. They showed pictures of Joel Osteen's church. Nothing. The gates were locked, baby. Nobody's home. Go away. Until it hit the news. And then Joel Osteen runs down there trying to open up. Oh, yeah, we're going to have a lot of help for these flood victims. You asshole. Just because you got caught, that's all. Because you were called out for your bullshit. You know, it saddens me because, like I say, I'm going to tell y'all that, and I've told y'all before, I'm an atheist. I make fun of religion a lot, but I will defend your right to be devout to your God to my dying breath. Because that's what the Constitution says. That's what we're based on. Freedom of religion. Freedom from religion if you don't want it. But it's part of our culture. And I don't want to be disrespectful to your God because I tell y'all all the time, if you're Christian, all I'm asking you to do is live that life that is being taught. Be kind to your neighbors. Do good deeds. Don't be an asshole. You know, it's all the big shit. You know, look it up in the top 10. They have a list. Just do that. Don't. You're not your brother's keeper, you know, but you are. We are.
You got to remember who said that.
Yeah, really. Really. Anyway.
I mean, I think they would be on Kane's side, to be honest, but that's just my opinion.
I like to think I am. We are.
Abel was the first victim of unnecessary violence. They
Yeah,
did
really.
guns at the time.
Yeah, I got to kill you, brother. Anyway. See, I always have a little problem there anyway. Because you start off with Adam and Eve, and then you have Cain and Abel, and then you go to more people, and I'm wondering, how do you get there?
Yeah,
Hey,
John,
wait
I
a
was arguing
minute.
with-
There's
I
a
was
law
arguing with
against
Andrew
that.
about this. He was posting the idea that Adam and Eve, taking Adam and Eve historically was not a radical idea. And I said, really? Rampant incest, and that's where we're all descended from, is not radical?
That's what the problem is
Hey.
with our society. Is
know-
we're all just a product of incest.
I want to know where the dinosaurs fit in on that.
Hey, that's easy. Go watch Fred Flintstone. It's easy to figure out.
Oh, okay. That's
We were there.
right.
We were there.
The Roman legionnaires rode raptors.
Yeah, right through the middle of town. Yeah, it's all in Leviticus. Look it up.
That's how they conquered the aliens that were down in Egypt building the pyramids.
I make
What?
fun of Leviticus all the time because that is the place in the Bible where you can go and where it says man shall not lay with another man. But it also says you should not eat fucking shrimp, and I see Red Lobster full all the time, baby.
Also says you shouldn't wear blended clothing.
Yes, blended
Right.
clothing. You should not. Let me see.
See, John,
Time to
No, you
Stone
can't have
never
sex with an
won
animal
cotton
because
polyester.
then the animal's got to die. Not you, the animal.
John, I guess I'm really going to hell because I used to knit that fabric and mix those fibers.
Oh, they're waiting on you down there, brother. They're gonna burn you in hell. That mixed fabric shit. Yeah, you're in the textile industry, buddy. You're going to hell. That's all that is. You know, you can't. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to pick on it too much. I've already done too much damage.
I understand.
You're on a roll,
I just
John.
think from the people that I've seen who call themselves Christian, yeah, good luck. I'm doing a better job than your ass. The ones I know,
Exactly.
anyway. So,
Well, I'll just say this: I've never met anybody that's been to hell or heaven and come back and tell me what it's.
nope, ain't nobody told me shit. I ain't heard no first
Well,
stories.
you know-
Hey,
You know what,
Yeah.
Tony? You just didn't
Uh-huh.
go out and buy the right book. They have books out there that people claim they came back from the dead, so you better get out there and buy them.
But you know something? There's a problem with that because people lie.
yeah,
Of course.
If people didn't lie, I'm serious. If people did not lie, it'd be a complete different story. But they'll lie about the little shit. I mean, when somebody comes and tells you, you say, well, what did you do? And they say it's complicated, you know they're going to lie.
yep. Oh, it's real complicated.
read this-
I don't want to explain
Wow.
that right now. Yeah, you're lying through your shit teeth.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
read this one book. Believe it or not. And this guy said he supposedly died. He found himself in this stone prison, and this demon was there. And he'd rip his arm off, and another one would grow back. Real stupid shit.
Wonder what kind of
was-
drugs he's taking.
What's that?
Wonder what kind of drugs he was
Yeah,
on.
no shit.
I'm telling you.
Seriously. I mean, I remember when I was a
weird.
young man and I hit that goddamn acid and the fucking ceiling turned to jelly and shit. That was some wicked shit. I never did that shit again.
No.
Yeah, there's several times in my life I went, no, I don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I'm
shit.
just saying,
I mellowed in my
people,
old
if it
age,
wasn't
baby.
for that, wasn't for people telling lies all the time, I could believe a lot of this stuff, but I can't
Yeah.
because there's too much lying going on and there's too much contradicting. And why is it my God's better than your God's or your God's worse than my God and all this shit? And if you don't believe
Yeah.
what I believe in,
It's
you
killing
go to
an
hell.
awful lot of
That
people.
doesn't make any sense.
It's killing an
right.
awful lot of people. My God's better than your God shit.
Doesn't make any sense.
You know,
Or like I used to say, you got an island out in the middle of the Pacific or the Atlantic, and they've been raised this way, and then all of a sudden these people on these boats show up and tell those people what you're believing in is wrong. Wait a minute, where the hell you come from?
Yeah.
You gotta believe in what I believe.
and how the hell do you know?
Here's some
Yeah,
measles for you to
exactly.
deal with too. We're
Okay.
gonna bring you Jesus and measles.
Uh-huh.
Wipe out 90% of the population. Yay!
This-
Yeah.
You see, look at what happened to the Polynesian people when the missionaries brought the measles.
Oh Lord. Oh yes, I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It did them in.
God kills an awful
It
lot
did
of
them
people.
in.
You know.
Or when
that's all
the
I'm
people
saying.
brought the smallpox to the Indians.
Oh yeah, we conquered. Yeah, figured most of the Native Americans that were killed by the intrusion of the Europeans were killed by disease.
Mhm.
We brought them plagues they had no immunity for, and smallpox was
Exactly.
a huge one.
Out here, they had bounties on them.
No, they did?
Oh yeah, they eventually did that.
Yeah, you
See?
remember the story of Ishi?
Yeah, just barely.
That's to his tribe. He's from around where I live.
Mhm.
You just said that. You just
Ranchers
said
around
that.
here slaughtered all the Indians that were left.
Wow.
He was the last one.
Jeff Curry.
Mhm.
Got COVID? Just rub
Wow.
some Bible on it. It'll be fine. Just rub some
There
Bible.
you go.
Anyway,
Rub some
I guess
Bible
we ought
on
to wrap it up.
You really have to smoke it to get the full effect.
The full effect.
it.
That's what I heard anyway.
That's why we have more Bibles need to be written on hemp paper. Though I know that doesn't work.
Well, I want to thank everybody.
I'm going to hell. What can I say?
Yeah, I'm going down. I've had plenty of people tell me, John, you're going to hell. Blasphemy. Well, brother, if I stand in front of the Lord, blasphemy is the only thing he's going to get my ass on. I know a lot of people's going to get a whole lot worse shit than I'm going to get. So yeah,
At that point,
that's
I'd
what I've
rather go
always
to
said.
hell.
What are you going to do, John, if he's wrong? If you're wrong, and you stand before God? Well, if people don't like my answer.
I'll
Because
sing
as
him a
I
Billy
always
Joel
say, I'm going
lyric
to
at
give him
that
one
point.
fucking chance to get on his knees and ask for my forgiveness. That's what
I'd
I
rather
think.
laugh with the sinner than cry with the saints. The sinners are
it.
much more fun.
Yeah, we're a lively group. We like to, I don't know, have fun, smile.
Like to go to Dick's.
Don't like that. We like to go to Dick's.
Yeah, really.
We don't hate on our neighbors. We chill. We chill. How you doing? Put out your Christmas lights. You don't need no damn sign in your yard. Put out some Christmas lights. Get in the freaking season. Anyway, I want to thank Michael Johnson. Just came in the room with $2 and said, "See you there, brother." Fuck Trump. Yep, there you go. I'm going to have company in hell.
Right.
I have been told, literally more than one occasion, I am going to hell by my own family members. You're going to hell, John. I'm so sorry.
Going to hell means I could kick Trump's ass. I
Don't you
think
know
it'd be
you're
worth
going to
it.
burn forever in a lake of fire? Well, if I'm dead, I ain't going to feel it. Oh, no, you're going to feel every bit of it. It's going to be torment every day of the rest of your life. Really? Who came up with that anyway? It was the devil. Wasn't he up there with God? But he's a fallen angel. But wasn't he an angel? They don't like the discussions. Anyway, I don't.
No, they don't want to answer no questions. Okay?
No,
you just
no,
wanna
you
believe
can't get into a
shit up.
discussion about anything with the Bible with some
That's right.
people about religion, and
Oh.
I'm going to hell. What can I say? I don't know. Going to hell. I know a preacher in my family. If I go to hell, yeah, he's getting the lower bunk. I guarantee you that.
I just tell them I've never read your comic book. Go away.
Yeah, go away. I'm not.
Hey, I hear you.
I can't get through that. Can't get past that. The snake said what? No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I hear you.
Besides that, I'm more apt to look at the stars and wonder than I am look at the Bible and wonder, shit, I know what's in the Bible. Out there, I don't know. And I don't think your hand of God
Hey, well,
touched everything out
You
there.
know what, John? If you could go through all the genealogies, like the numbers and stuff, and then you're good. You're good at reading the Bible.
You know what I
That's all I
say,
gotta
Johnny,
say.
all the time? You want some religion? Go outside and look at a tree.
Mm-hmm.
There's your religion, baby. The cycle of life that we have is dependent upon the planet.
I got
we
a
live on.
church in the Redwoods.
There you go, baby.
I go out in the woods
even according to their own religion, God made that, so you should worship that. You should treat it with respect and all that stuff. But piss on it, burn it to the ground. That's
Well,
what
the simple question that you asked them is, what did people believe in before religion? That's us. You just said, John. The
Well, I
tree,
don't
the
think it was
sky.
You know, the sad thing is, if
The world.
if an asteroid hit this planet and destroyed every form of life, except maybe there was, whatever, destroyed life as we know it, and then over billions of years, we come back. We come back out of the water, out of the ooze, and become human again. Guess what? They would have a religion. They would have a religion because it's from the days of Stone Age. That was the old thing that first they worshiped the moon, the sun. They picked something. Then we moved into having gods. Like Thor or other gods.
Yeah,
but I'm saying,
what if the new life form didn't evolve the same way we did?
Well, let's hope next time they do with a smarter brain and don't come up with that kind of bullshit. Let's figure out what that big ball up in the sky is before we say God did it. Who's God? Well, what's a God anyway? Somebody had to come up with that concept.
I'm just saying that to me, what you just said, it would be different because if you really look at this stuff closely, majority of these Bibles been rewritten by men that didn't even live 6,000-7,000 years ago.
Yeah.
And they've been rewritten in their own version to control people.
Oh, there's that word. Version.
Brit.
Yes. That's what I always tell people when they look at their Bible. The most important word on that book is on the cover, and it says version. It's somebody's version of what they think you should believe. But it's
John,
a universal thought, so we'll go with it. Everybody's
for
doing
hosting.
it. Huh?
I had to bow out and say good night. I got to get going here.
Okay, David. Well, we're fixing to wrap it up too, brother. But thank you for coming by. We always enjoy the conversation.
Yeah, I'll give my good night to everybody right now. Thanks, everybody.
All right, take care of yourself,
Make sure you
David.
hit the thumbs up over on YouTube.
You bet, buddy. Thanks. That's David Goodart, and I hope your day's going well, brother, and I hope your life's getting better every day. I enjoy you being here. Anyway, I want to thank everybody, but before we do, I want to thank S. Warren, who came in with a $5 donation. S. Warren, thank you very much. We appreciate that tremendously. Yeah, Robert Heron, the Bible is 2,000 years of playing telephone. Say what? What? What'd he say? What'd he say? He said this. Oh, yeah. And it was written 300 years after, but like it was yesterday, because I remember what he said. No, you don't. Nobody was around. I don't know how it all came about, but I just wish, especially this time of year, that you would live up to what your religion tells you to do. Peace on earth, goodwill towards man. I'm sure those words aren't exactly in the Bible, or maybe they are. I don't know. But that's what it's preached out to be when people say, remember it's the season. Remember what the season. No, everybody's going to the store. You shouldn't be. I seen Walmart parking lot the other day. I ain't going in there. Be a death trap. Anyway, and as Teresa Diggum may say, I am not religious. I'm a believer. There's a difference. It's a personal relationship if you are. And if he knows everything that's going on, that's the only guy you got to impress, so why are you bragging about it? Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming by and visiting us with us tonight. David, we appreciate you coming in. Sparky, always appreciate it when you come in, brother. Always.
Thanks, John.
All right.
I couldn't get an word in edgewise, but
Nah, I know I run my mouth too much. I'll slow down. I promise. And Johnny Fly.
it's your
Wait a
show.
minute.
You don't have to slow down.
Johnny Fly, thank you for coming in, brother. Where'd Tony go?
Thank you for having
Tony
me.
dropped off my radar.
Tony dropped off. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Let me see if I don't
He
know.
did say.
There he is. He's
Oh,
back.
Okay,
He's
there
back.
he is.
Thank you, Johnny Fly, for coming in. We appreciate it, brother. Take care of
I
yourself up
appreciate
there
you
in
having me.
Pennsylvania and snuggle up to the fire, brother.
I will, and I'll be
I'm
sure to
sitting
send
here
you
in
some
my
cold
shorts,
air.
by the way. I'm just letting you know. I'm still
Well, I'm
sitting here
going
in
to
the
send
air
some cold air
conditioner's on,
down.
buddy.
We got to stop that down there.
Leave my temperatures alone. Take care of yourself, brother. We love you.
You too.
All right. Tony Boyd,
Yes.
brother, thank you
I
for
got
coming in
kicked
and visiting. We appreciate it very much.
Oh, you're welcome. I got kicked out. I must have been preaching.
Yeah, you preach too much and it reaches out and grabs your ass, and Discord don't like you no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't pick on you
Yeah,
near as
just-
much as they picks on Bill Jones. That poor guy. I swear, Discord has it out for Bill. It'll toss Bill out of the room
know.
10 times.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
But yeah,
pitiful.
thanks, guys.
Well,
Hey,
we
check
appreciate you
check
being
out
here,
the
brother.
Food porn.
Yeah. Oh, you posted
Check
something
out
else in food porn?
I made a homemade pot pie yesterday.
See?
First time.
That's a good reason y'all
Yeah,
should be on
first time.
Discord and go over there so you can see the food porn, amongst other things, and that's where we'll meet up after the show. But if you're not on Discord yet, you ought to try it. It's pretty much fun. Tony, I'll check it out when I get there.
Okay, thanks.
All right, brother. And a big thank you to Travis. Thank you for monitoring our Discord chat and taking care of everything for me. I appreciate it tremendously. Besides that, I love you and all that kind of stuff.
All that mushy feely shit.
Yeah, that must be feeling shit. You know.
Thanks, Travis.
Well,
Yeah,
right back at you.
Yeah, okay. Got that
Right
shit
back
out of
at
the
it.
way. I love
Yep.
you. Anyway, thank you for being here, sweetie. I love you.
Love you too,
Anyway,
Dad.
Manana's Monday, so not doing anything. Going to do some more Christmas stuff. We'll be back here Tuesday for another Blue Dot family meeting. It is the holidays, so keep that spirit in your heart, whether you're religious or not. I know all the songs. I love the feeling of a holiday. You don't have to be a religious nut job to enjoy this time of year. But do what it says. Peace on earth, goodwill towards men. Right now, the goodwill towards men is a good thing. Try to put a smile on somebody's face. It makes you feel better. It makes them feel better, and it makes the world a little bit easier to handle. Anyway, I love you. Thank you for the chat. Oh shit! Damn, I always forget to hit a button, man. Thank you to all our Patreon members who donate every month so we can keep this thing going. Somebody has to calm down out there. Probably a pibble. She gets rowdy sometimes. But we want to thank all our Patreon members and those that donated tonight. We appreciate it tremendously. It's what pays the bill. It pays the bill. Is everything okay? Okay. I don't hear any. Makes me nervous, though. She's a rambunctious girl and can be. Anyway, thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you to our Blue Dot family on YouTube, on Facebook. Thank you for giving us a little bit of your time, baby. We appreciate it. Thank you for being involved in this democracy that we're trying to hold on to. In that case, I love you. Thank you for being here. Y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, all.
And a pibble just
Night,
bust through the door. Good night, everybody. Y'all take care of yourself.